Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to the Black Book. We are going towards the salt world, the brine plant, to basically see what's going on and drive off evil spirits. We've taken care of business. The telegraph line. Samson's assistant and the village elder went to the telegraph line.
The telegraph wires stretch between the poles like the strings of a giant spindle. The wooden structures look alien, and the grim trees around them seem to glare at them reproachfully. By the road, you notice a couple arguing in a lively manner.
Oh, Lord, how do I even begin my journey there? My lord, I'm scared. Did you hear what they were saying on the station?
I'll show you, scared.
Good evening.
Let God arise, and his foes vanish.
Oh, damn you. Who goes there?
My name is Vasilisa. I'm going to the Usturolsk factory.
Good lord. Why are you roaming around at night? We're up to our necks as it is. I'll get this Samson. He scared all the neighborhood.
I'm telling you, I saw it with my own eyes. Under the poles, the tracks are human, and then they turn into hoof tracks. I'm not going there. You go if you need it.
Mind who you're talking to. I'm the monitor.
What were those tracks? Perhaps it was some animal.
No animal walks barefoot. When the chief told me about the telegraph, I went over there, and so I ran.
Come here tomorrow. I'm sure it won't be as haunted in the morning.
I can't. The supervisors will skin me alive. I've been told to find the source of the problem and fix it.
I'm not afraid of chorts. I can go there and check.
Well, if my worker doesn't want to, I leave it to you. As a reward, you'll receive his daily wage.
Fine by me. I wait here. Keep the money.
All right. I'll be back soon as I deal with the chorts.
Broken telephone line. Would have done this, evil spirits and perhaps even the weather may oppose such novelties. Well, first things first, let's grab these herbs. Just grab it. A rut. The rut is an old one, it's dry, it hasn't rained in a long time. Frisky herb. Excellent. Nice herb. Gets extra orders.
In the grass, you notice a cow hoof tied to a stick.
Take the hoof. An old hoof tied to a stick is a hasty manner. So what does that do for us? If equipped, gives us minus health, okay. No, that's the fiery snake. So we got last time. Banyas, okay. Nothing else around here. Just making sure, just to do a sweep, to make sure we haven't missed anything. Here's torn cable. Just like the man told me, bare feet return to hooves.
The road leads to the village. In the distance, you seem to discern the settlement lights.
Okay. Well, we've had a look around. The forest is in a bit of dark. Okay.
The road leads to the village. In the distance, you seem to
Let's leave the location. Nigne Mosov village. Stop in this village. Okay, let's go.
Despite the late hour, the peasants aren't sleeping. Almost all of the residents of this small village have gathered on the street. The discussion quiets down once they notice your figure on the road.
Good evening. Where are you heading?
Good evening to you, good people. The Telegraph manager sent me to inspect.
Oh, the demons threw it down. Did you see that?
Yes,
Well, if you saw it, off you go. It's dangerous here. The place is haunted. Who knows what else?
I saw the torn wire. I haven't seen any demons, though. I found a strange item by the pole. A hoof and a stick.
Lots of things end up by the road. You can find even stranger things in the bushes.
In the bushes, you say? There was some strange tracks near the pole.
Well, what do you expect from a demon?
Strange that they stayed there in this dry weather.
Well, it's a chort we're talking about. He leaves his tracks where he wants.
Yeah, it's fake. It's a trick, isn't it? It's just it's the hoof on the stick. It has been dry, so it hasn't rained in a while, so they've had to have made the hoof prints.
Enough with this nonsense! Too many strange things near that pole. Not the sort of strange things that are done by chorts. It was you who broke the telegraph.
Oh, spare us, kind woman. I cut the wire, but not out of malice. Don't tell the monitor.
Why are you sabotaging government property?
Why else? Nothing good comes of it. The Wallace monitor doesn't tell us, but we know anyway. Here, Masha's cow died, and Vasily here also got sick. So what else could be the cause if not the Poles? Everything was fine until they turned up. The demons, they fly around on this wire, so...
In his vexation, the peasant can only swing his hand. The mob mumbles approvingly.
The demons may be to blame, but not because of the telegraph, that's for sure. The monitor doesn't send demons. Khaldoons do.
You seem to be right. We won't damage the telegraph anymore.
All right, I won't tell on you. There's no sense in going to labor camps because of some wires.
Thank you, girl.
The mob hums with their approval. Someone brings a pot of fresh milk for you to take. Having noticed your approach, the monitor comes to meet you.
So, did you figure out what's wrong?
Yes, demons are at fault.
That's what I've been saying.
I know the right words, so I whispered a bit. They won't haunt the factory anymore.
Thank you. Here's the reward I promised.
Well, goodbye.
Yeah, so you can see this conflict between... This actually used to happen between like countryside folk and technology. Especially stuff with, like, for example, trains. When people putting down train tracks and developing a rail industry in Britain, for example, you had all kinds of arguments against it, like, oh, the trains would scare the animals to death, or make their milk curdle, all kinds of things. Ustbrovar village. Ooh, we get a song.
Just before dawn, the village is still, wrapped in icy dew. You're greeted by the whisper of a stream, a breath of damp wind, and the faint song of peasants who stayed up late. The quiet melody restores your powers. You pass the tranquil settlement and go to a crossroads. Looks like some chorts are hiding here.
Prepare to fight. Okay, so let's see what we've got. There's 3 of them. He's got a power from 3 turns to attack, and that's going to be poison damage. So we actually need to sort of step on this and do a bit of damage ourselves. I can't. Can I afford to just do? That's 10. So it's 18 to kill him, and then we'll start punching him in the head. That's the best I can do right now. Okay. We've got poison for 1, which is annoying. Okay. You're going to do the armor. Yeah, for each page red, that's going to hurt. Get that up. And we'll start poisoning you. And we'll get a bit of healing out of this. So we heal most of the damage. He's dead next turn. Got a snake going out his back. Fascinating. Okay, he's dead next turn. So we need to focus on this one. Let's get... Actually, let's change that for a second. We'll go... That... and this to power up. Excellent. He's died. So which one are we going to pick up? Okay, well versed. We lose 1 health on us if we use this, though. Eternal, this one vanishes with the battle's progress. Removes pages from the book till the end of the battle. I'd like to see what this one does. This one's nice, though. Okay. So we've got our sin down quite a lot, and this is a new song. There's Sat the Raven. So you can't have it playing in the background. Oh, that's a shame. Let's get back to the mission. I like these songs. I wish they would play in the background. Okay, here's the plant. The salt works on the banks of the Kama. This place has been haunted recently by evil spirits.
You reach the factory office. They were expecting you, and you soon meet the manager.
Ah, Vasilisa, you're here? Good.
Yes, the Lord surely helped me to get here. You could at least have sent some horses to get me.
It's not that far away.
You really don't know what's been going on? In one village, I had to defeat a fiery snake. In another village, the peasants took up cutting the wires.
That's all bad news. If I knew beforehand, I would give the coachman some money for vodka. They also get scared in the dark. Well, I'm sure it will work out. The main thing right now is to figure out what's been going on here at the factory. What's most important is to go on making salt.
I've heard that even before the disappearances, there was something strange going on.
People talk.
Can you tell me more about it?
Let bygones be bygones. There was nothing of this sort. No hauntings. The brine went away, so they started talking. It was a long time ago. Nothing to do with the missing men. Besides, the brine is here again.
Did anything happen while you were gone?
Oh no, everything's fine, thank God. I feel quite uneasy here at the factory. I'm sure it's some kind of demon.
All right, time to get to work. I'll find this factory short.
Oh, thank you, Vasilisa. I've arranged a room for you. Rest a bit. And get to work. The lads will show you the way.
I don't trust him. Okay.
Listen, Proshka. Can you see the demons at the factory with those demon eyes of yours?
Bah, evil spirits are everywhere. I'm sure we'll meet some at the factory. That doesn't mean we're always the ones to blame.
Well, actually, it usually does.
That's just the way your Khaldoons tell it. Look at me. I'm kindness and fluffiness itself.
True, but before you I saw countless chorts, but none of them were fluffy, if you will.
You just need to get to know them better.
Right.
Okay. So some of our things are done. Yeah, we've got to take Sin. Man, this hurts. Okay, meaningless job. Like, you need to go, because you're really bad news. I'll send you as well. Waste on the start of battle sucks. I want one that's going to take ages for these guys to do. Yeah, let's give him that. Personally, I'm happy just to basically take defense pay, just give -1. I can boost it, that's not a problem. Because like, there's no mission that I can find to stop this guy doing, so I just gotta take it. Okay, page of the Black Book. Is there anything that we want to change up? We haven't got very many. That That's actually really good to have. And that as a gesture is good as well. I do want one of these. Because they're really good offensive and defensive cards. Let's see. But I need to trim some stuff out of my deck. Not really taken with it. Gotta drop the lock as well. I know it's good for combos, but as a gesture. Because it's always good to give us a little bit of armor. But I suppose if we have this, that sort of does the same thing. Let's try this combination. Okay, we have a visitor.
Wake up, it's done already. Pahom wants you in his office. Are you a new salt carrier? All right, I don't have much time. Don't forget to close the door.
Okay, let's go. Ustbar Plant Office. That gives us an encyclopedia entry.
The workers that you meet seem to be scared, even in these early hours. You try to start a conversation, but as soon as you mention the disappearances, they cross themselves and quickly scurry away. In the factory office, you meet Pahom.
Ah, Vasilisa, come. I'll show you the factory. It's quite big. Quite a fortune we have here. Salt, as you see. But you can go anywhere with me. First, we will visit the pump. Alexei used to work there.
The pump tower. The first stage of salt extraction is to get the brine from the well. A pump is placed above it along with a protective construction of a tower.
Then we will visit the salt oven. Pyotr went missing there.
The building where evaporation and crystallization occurs.
We can go to the storehouse. A demon was seen there that night. Are you ready to go, or do you want to ask something?
What happened to Alexei in the pump tower?
He was the first to disappear. Happened on the first night we struck brine. He was working then. Haven't heard of him since. Maybe they will tell you something new in the tower. Are you ready to go, or do you want to ask something?
Tell me about Pyotr, who worked in the salt oven.
He was gathering salt from the Tsirin that night.
Huge pan where the brine is boiled to evaporate the water and get the salt.
There wasn't any brine at first, so we started cooking later. They'll tell you more in the salt oven. Are you ready to go, or do you want to ask something?
What did you see near the salt box?
We tried to track the culprit down. We saw a shadow, but it was foggy that night. Trishka called out to it, and this shadow started thrashing about like a fish. No man moves that way. It was here, by the salt box. We load the salt onto barges here. Are you ready to go, or do you want to ask something?
I understand. Time for me to go.
I suspect I know what the thing is. Yeah, it's going to torment me, it's fine. I'd rather take the hit than get any more sin. I have a suspicion I know what this thing is from the descriptions and the stuff we've run into. I suspect it's probably going to be something like a mermaid, because that's what we're sort of looking for the next seal. In the north of Kamya, the salt turn was established in the 16th century. Throughout the centuries, table salt was an object of trade, a source of wealth, and a means to replenish the state coffers. It was worth its weight in gold and was often the cause of civil unrest. That's because they had you have to remember, before refrigeration, you had two ways normally of curing meat: smoking it and salting it. And so was the easiest way of curing produce for long travel across countries, so it became a really valuable resource. In colder places like this, it wasn't as important to assist for preservation because you had the cold, but salt was still very important. Alright, here. So first of all, pumping tower. Another encyclopedic entry.
A tall silhouette of a brine pump tower appears before you. It seems to hang over the factory like a watchtower. A steady hiss of the pump is heard from it.
Hey, Ivan, come over here. This is our piping master, an expert in drilling.
Ah, Pahom. Who did you bring?
A Noah from Sheridan. She's going to help us find Alexei.
So that's why her head is uncovered. Huh, a bare-headed witch. Are you out of your mind? Bringing caldons to the factory.
Hey, mind who you're talking to. Show her Alexei's things.
So we've been working here for years, breaking our backs, just so you could bring witches around, right?
Salt pits. Salt brine was extracted from a well with a brine pipe. The pipe consisted of a single unit of thick, hollowed-out tree, several sesends to their old units measurements long, with a tub that passed through the middle, lifting the brine. They were coated in tar, wrapped in canvas, coated again, encased in yarn, and then coated once more. The drilling was slow. 6 vosuks could be extracted in one day if the ground was soft. If it hit hard, if it was rocky or hard, just 1 vosuk could be extracted.
What are you listening to her for? She probably doesn't know anything. Listen, pretty girl. Do you at least know what do we do on this tower?
What is this wooden tower used for?
Salt extraction.
The tower protects the pond that lifts the brine from the well.
It may be not such a bad idea, Pahom. The girl is smart. I'll bring Alexei's things now.
The worker brings a bundle in which you find a piece of paper with a clumsy poem written on it.
Your fingers are like salt, your eyes deep as water, your hair is black as tar.
Your captivating eyes are as deeper than the lake.
Look at him go.
Who could he have written this about?
Maybe he fell for a salt worker girl.
Huh, I doubt it. He'd write something about salty years then. I don't know, he never taught me anything of this sort. Well, I need to work. You need anything else?
What can you tell me about the missing guy?
What can I tell? A proper lad. And a smart one. Knows his way around the mechanism. Likes to have a drink, the rascal. Must be drinking with Peter in some pothouse. Oh, if I only catch him doing that.
They say a demon is carrying off workers. Seen anything odd?
Yeah, a witch walking around the factory. That's what's hot.
Now you tell her what she wants.
I haven't seen anything, all right? You'll learn for yourself that there aren't no demons here.
What was Alexei doing in the pump tower the night he disappeared?
I put him there to look after the pump once the brine started flowing. There's nothing else to do there. He must have grown bored and went to the pothouse.
I see. Thanks for the help.
So what do you think happened to Alexei?
For now, it's unclear. If it had been Chorts, they would have killed him on the spot. Maybe the girl from the poem knows something. So, where did he go missing? In the salt oven?
Yes, it's right here, behind the salt box. We will visit it first.
The building where the brine settles, part of the water evaporates and the brine becomes much more concentrated. Around here. Salt chest. This is where the This is where the salt brine before cooking it. This is both closed shut. The idle place for evil spirits.
On your way to the salt oven, One of the workers calls out to Pahom and starts to question him about the disappearances. While Pahom is busy, you decide to look around.
There's weird tracks here, as if something was dragged. Ooh, more herb. Excellent, it's a herb I don't think I've had before. The cool Colica herb discovered during Peter's fast. Circles an arrow with smoke from this herb and you won't miss your mark. Excellent. These days there's so much salt that there's sacks full of it just lying around. Okay. Arc-Hillen herb. I wash in copper dew and dry myself in the sun. I dress with the clouds and gird myself with the infinite stars. Remove status curse. Soapbox. This Isba looks odd. The bottom is all covered with salt. It's black. I sense something bad here. Okay. Let's talk to the worker.
Enough already. We need to go and you have work to do.
Wait. We stopped here for a reason. There's something wrong with the salt box. I think I need to look inside.
A demon in the salt box? Oh, Lord.
I need to look inside.
Well, what are you waiting for? Open it.
Listen, Pahom, don't be angry. We've lost the keys.
Well, take some logs away then.
They've salted through heavily.
We need to open it today, before demons kill anyone else.
Do as you're told, while we go visit the salt oven.
Salt pan. Yeah. You're telling me that we'll... There. It's still the same thing. I know. It's got to torment us. Right. Salt pans where they boil away the water to get the salt.
The salt oven is submerged in unbearably hot shadow. You remember your visit to the underworld during your initiation. You shudder when you take a peek at the red-hot tsiren.
Huge pan. So basically you have a large square pan which is heated up below and it basically evaporates the water off and you're left with salt.
Hey you! Drop that sack. We want to ask you about Piotr.
Good day, master.
Did you work with Piotr? What can you tell me about him?
Well, what can I tell? I don't know. He worked hard, we all do. Well, that's it, really.
What was Piotr doing here?
Everything, really. Cooked salt, a strong guy. Was good at hauling the sacks from down below. Now that I think about it, he was quite good at hauling salt. You have to have some skill for that. Not a drunkard.
Salt ovens. Salt ovens, large, four-walled isbas with one door and an opening in the roof for the chimney. It was placed near the brining pipes. In the middle of the salt ovens, a hole was dug 4 sazahens deep for the furnace. It had steep sides and was reinforced with grey stone and clay. An orifice to act as a draught hole was made in the front of the hole. Above the hole hung tisren, a large pan for the brine. It took considerable skill to properly adjust the heat so that the brine boiled evenly and let the salt settle like hard candy. Adding brine at the right time and mixing it with an iron spatula, the resulting salt was deposited into basket sacks and stored in barns.
Have you heard about the demons? Seen anything like that?
Yes, I've heard. Lord protect me, but the Lord is merciful. I haven't seen anything of the sort. Peter used to say that we're here like chorts in hell ourselves.
I'll show you, Chorts. Don't forget who you're talking to.
Oh, forgive me, master. I wasn't thinking.
Have you seen anything unusual?
Nothing of the sort. We're too busy working. I've heard, though, the other day, Peter was saying that he was going to get married.
How's that? To whom?
Yeah, I thought it strange too. I didn't know anything about him proposing, and here he tells us about this beauty. Black hair, white skin. That's the way he tells it. I think maybe he eloped with her.
It doesn't look like there are any demons here. I need to search other places.
Well, go on. I'll check up on the salt box. You, lad, come with me. Give me a hand.
It's getting dark. Hurry up your workers.
Okay, storehouse, banyas, salt box. The storehouse. Storehouse is where the sod is kept, later loaded into barges and sent to the fair in Novgorod.
The barn stands like a grim giant. The processed salt is stored here before it is loaded onto barges. Suddenly, in the darkness of the parted gates, you notice a fuzzy figure. You look closer and see that the sun has almost gone over the horizon.
Draw a circle.
You draw a circle just in time. A demon emerges from the darkness.
Time for a fight. Okay, there's two of them. Man, that's gonna be nasty. And that's gonna do us a ton of damage. Okay. First things first, let's get some damage straight out the door. So we've got to go this. Inflict a little bit of damage on ourselves. That kills that. Fine. And then we are going to do this. Ouch. Ah, the power is increased with that as well. So we can't use herbs. Man, that thing's coming out swinging. Okay. So yeah. Armor up. We've got to take a bit of damage. There's not a lot we can do. Let's... yeah, well... let's go. You're going to take a touch of damage. Man, that's nasty. Okay. I'm going to use... I can't use a herb. Nine, that's not going to be enough to do anything to him. That should just be enough. I killed him. Party and Bless is nice. RuPaul's experience.
Forever in the woods. Don't kill me, demon, I beg you.
Unholy Spirit.
Demon? I'm often called a witch, but this is a first.
Open your eyes. What kind of Susyatka takes a Khaldun for a demon?
So you know the demon that's settled in the box? Oh, what a life.
So you're saying there's a chort in the salt box. Have you seen it?
I haven't, but we all can feel it here.
It emerged along with the sword. Now it start to eat people. Oh, what a life.
Why did you attack me? Was it you who killed the workers?
No, I'm peaceful spirit. The church from the soul box killed them. Even the Banics know what's been going on. Oh, what a life.
You look like a Susetko. What kind of spirit are you?
I'm a Susetko. There used to be an izba here. Its house forgot to bring me along. Then I started living in the barn when it was built. And the things that have been going on lately. Oh, what a life.
I need to go. It's midnight soon. What should I do with you? You stay here. Keep guard in the barn.
The demon nods and dissolves into darkness.
Right here. We're going to head to the Banyas and then we're going to head to the soapbox. But we're going to put a cut in here, folks. I've been Cornish-knight. This has been the Black Book, and let's see if we can deal with the monster lurking beneath us. So see you all again next time. Goodbye.